Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Play Through Last Door. We are now in season 2. We are currently on St. Paul Street playing as Mr. Devitt's psychiatrist. I forgot his name. Wakefield. There it is. And we are trying to determine if Alexandre DuPre, lived in this area. We're 26. Number 26, this is the place I'm looking for, but the door is bricked up. Must find another way to get in. This must be the interior of the bricked up building I saw on the street, Mr. DuPre's former residence. There's something behind or among the ashes. It's a piece of paper. It looks like some kind of message, but there is only one half here. The paper has been carefully burned. A military medal. There is a relief of Her Majesty the Queen and several pieces of metal engraved with the names of battles unknown to me. I'll take it with me, Bill. Maybe it will mean something to one of Alexander's fellow patients in the hospital. I don't know why I can't read today. There's a piece of paper on the table. The paper shows some seemingly random letters. It seems as if half of it is missing. There we go. This is strange. I have put both halves together, but some letters seem to be missing from the right half. The message does not make any kind of sense. One man in high-rank uniform, he's missing an arm. A few books remain in the shelf, most doubtfully treatises in chemistry. Treatises? Yeah, there it is. In chemistry and alchemy. Among the titles are Trithemius de Lapide Philosophico, Geber's De Inventio Veritatis, the anonymous work Turba Philosophorum, and Ludwig Prine's Mysteries of the Worm. So many names that are so hard to pronounce. A large metal safe. Looks like the safe is working fine. I should give it a try. Yeah, I need another combination. Okay. So, let's see. Let's look at the papers together. So, it would be 6, 5, and then something else. This medal, I had one just like this. Got after the battles of Lang's Neck and Majuba Hill in 1881, a decade ago now, for distinguished conduct in the field, it said. What a farce. So you were in the army, as I thought. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Wakefield. Sergeant William Conhill, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry. Are you another one of those alienists? Do you doctors not realize that cowardice cannot be cured by your arts? Why are they keeping you here? What are they keeping you here? The doctor says I suffer from a nervous disorder. I believe this is a term for what they themselves, with all their learning, do not know what to say. But I know the true name of my sickness is pure cowardice. I am looking for the former patient of this hospital. You may have met him. His name is Alexandre DuPre. Yes, I do know a man by that name. We met briefly. He was here when I arrived. Okay, what do you know about him? What do you know about him? He was a proper lad, educated. He listened closely to the stories of the other inmates, but he kept his own to himself. We talked a lot. He was very close to Miss Coney, too. I think they got here at the same time, but when he left, he did so alone. I wonder what has become of him since. Who is Miss Coney? Who is this Miss Konhi? She is a patient here, the lady with the tempestuous character. You may have encountered her already. She has not been the same since Mr. DuPre left, you know. She always sits to the side, alone and silent. I doubt you can talk to her at all, even if you tried. She sees things, or at least she thinks she does. What did you talk about, you and Mr. DuPre? We talked about my time in the south of Africa. I don't like to talk about that, but he somehow made me want to. He was persuasive. He was very interested in one specific story, almost obsessive about it. He wanted to know every little detail. Could you tell me that story? I'm trying to find a patient of mine who has gone missing, and this could be my only hope of finding him. I don't like to relive those memories. A missing patient, you say? Alright, maybe my story will be of some use then. It happened during the Battle of Majuba Hill. I'm sure you have heard of it, in March of 81. The attack of the Boer army had taken us by surprise, and our regiment was forced to split up. We quickly found ourselves alone, just a few men lost on the barren plain. But I don't want to bore you. No, sir, you certainly aren't. Please, continue. So I guess if they go through the whole story, just don't. As I said, we were few, and we were sure the enemy was lurking out there. In the cold air of dusk, a thick fog formed quickly, masking everything around us. We could barely see each other. Then the others started to disappear in the fog, which was getting thicker and thicker. I could still hear the footsteps for a while, then nothing. I couldn't read the rest, sorry. I felt something in there, not far, a murmur or beating, something alive, waiting and couldn't help walking at it. All of a sudden, my feet felt something in the mud, the body, they all were there. Then the mist cleared out. What had happened? I never knew for certain. I didn't see anything, or if I did, my mind refused to bear such memories. What happened to Captain Skid? When he finally regained consciousness, it was like someone else looked out at us through his eyes. I guess whatever happened affected him, changing him. I know he came back to London. Mr. DuPre asked me of his whereabouts. Maybe he tried to contact him to hear the rest of the story. He was quite preoccupied by it. Do you know where I can find Captain Skid? The last I heard from fellow veterans, he had lost himself to a frenzy of alcohol, opium, and bad company. His downward spiral led him, as many others, to a wretched nadir, a dirty hole deep in St. Giles' rookery, known as the Crimson Nest. Mayhap you will find him there, alive even if you're lucky. Here, this is a photo of our regiment. You can see him there. So we now need to go back to the rookery. Alright. The man. He looks like the man from my nightmares. He is blind in one eye. The empty socket glistens in the lamplight. He seems to want something from me. In my dream, the man had said, "Give me back what he took." This? He doesn't look like anyone on this picture. I doubt it has ever been his. "Give me back what he took," he said in my nightmare. Give me back what he took. I literally don't have anything to give him. So before I can continue, I need to figure out what was taken. Give me back what he took. The fact that that does cause something to happen is interesting to me. Let's go back then. Okay, I can't go around him. Yeah, I have to deal with him before I can continue on. Alright, let's think. I wonder... There we go. The heat from the candle has revealed a set of letters painted with the invisible ink. So it'd be 6... Okay. So now if I put them together. So it'd be 6, 1, 4, 5. Six, 1. Oh, I messed up. 6, 1, 4. There we go. It is empty. Wait, this is not a safe, but an entrance to a passage. It is completely dark. The only way to know where it leads is by crawling in. Mathematic formulae written fast and carelessly. Some of these symbols I've never seen before. A list of numbers. Looks like some kind of timetable or calendar. A strange machine built out of steel and glass. I wonder what its function could be. Very ill. There's someone sitting here wearing a horrible mask and a yellow robe. He is not moving. It is only a yellow robe. There's no body inside at all. What can be the meaning of this? That is the question. So now we have some random mask. The cricket machine has stopped. Yeah, no. Oh! It is an isolation ward for you this time, madam. The face of the playwright! The face of the playwright! Hey, do you know what this is, sir? Oh, hello. I didn't mean to upset her. That poor woman. We must have taken her to the isolation ward. Which would be where? Oh, the secure facility. I told you. I wonder if he has anything to say about that. Nope. Idiots, leaving that open. Why, hello. Now must light manages to reach this room. Hello, my name is Wakefield. The butterfly is not what it seems. Excuse me, but what butterfly? There's more after the scarab. What? The scarab is not what it seems. No. No. Alright. Just someone losing their mind. Fine, fine. Interesting perspective. An old pendant on a dresser. It looks valuable. Pendant. Should open something. Or maybe be important to someone that we can show it to. It's a quaint little room. An expensive looking piece of furniture. There's nothing on it. An impressive painting of a lovely maiden. It is equipped with a fitting, magnificent frame. Mirror covered in dust. It's bed. There's nothing special about it. So really, nothing in here. Nothing. Odd. Again, when game developers do that, I'm just like, that's weird. The door is closed for good with bricks, like they were pretending it never existed. They didn't even try to disguise it. Room, oh, that's where DuPre was. It's eyeless, but not blind. The door is shut and locked. There's no way to open it. Unless. Okay. The face of the Playwright. There's no way to open it. What's this? A bunch of bricks. Either the construction is recent and not yet finished, or they're in the hurry to seal this room. It is thoroughly cemented. There is no way I can clear a path using this as a tool. So maybe there's a way, or like some type of back door. What is that? A metal walker. Ah, here we go. Some personal effects probably sent in by the patients' families but deemed unsafe by the caretakers. One of them is a stack of thick sheets of paper carelessly bound together bearing the drawings and paintings of a troubled mind. Watercolor paintings and drawings of different subjects. A tree, a vase of flowers, some that could be a portrait, but the colors are dispersed, shapes broken, decomposed, and mixed in a whirl of bright flecks. Alright, so now I can give that to that dude. These are drawings. Great wonder! They're back! Someday they will understand light and shape as I understand them. Thank you, friend. If you want, take these cardboard sheets. Thanks to you, I have no need of them. Cardboard sheets. A few folded cardboard sheets, each one with a large symmetric patch of black ink in the middle. I've heard of this technique, but always thought it was eccentricity. Patients are supposed to see in them the deeper causes of their ailment. This is the first card. The shape looks organic, almost like insects. I would say this could be a face. He said he doesn't need them anymore. Maybe I can show it to this guy? Is this the butterfly you talked about? It displays its wonderful colors, fills your eyes with awe. Well, this is only a show. Behind the veil, its body crawls on the dirty ground, hides in the darkness, transforms. Another of its lies. So, what would this be? Its dark body creaks and wrestles with its blind movements. Slowly, step by step, it gets closer and closer and closer and closer. What about this one? It will come, whatever you do. It will cry out loud, look at you from everywhere at the same time. What about this one? Him. Him? His mask. My mate from the other room used to scream at night, always told us he could feel something on his bed. A presence. An eyeless gaze. You mean like this mask I have here? His mask, my mate from the other room used to scream at night, always told us he could feel something under his bed. So let's look under the bed. The only bed I know of is in here. Could this be the room of the patient's mate who was afraid of a presence under his bed? Well, there we go. Oh my. Oh, this is probably the room. The door's bricked up. Why would they do such a thing? Yeah, it's the room that was bricked up. I doubt anyone has slept in this place in a long time. Needed water, sorry. There is something written on the wall. One of them came last night. I knew what it actually was because of the sign it carried. The sign of the eye. I killed it and hid it well. If word come, they will not find their friend nor its eye. The window is too sealed. What was that? Oh, it seems one of the tiles is loose. I cannot get it out with my bare hands. It's too heavy. There you go. There is something there, half buried in the soil under the tile. An eye. It's a long dead bird, just feathers and bones. It's holding something in its beak. A dirty, horribly deformed glass eye. So that's probably what he's looking for because the dude is missing an eye. Well, let's get the fuzz out of here. Place Quepe. She's banging the heck out of that thing. Alright, let's go give this man his eye. Making good progress. I think I started to play this one, but I got stuck, so I stopped. You're welcome. It's dark. This must be the Crimson Nest. I've heard of such places where people lose their minds to opium shipped from the Orient. I never thought I would set foot in one. Where you are today, buddy? Oh, this place was awful. And added completely asleep. A man with the lost days, his mouth open. What is the matter, madam? My husband, he is unconscious. Please, dear, wake up. I'm a doctor. Please, let me see him. I'm so sorry. He is not breathing. He has no pulse. Your husband passed away hours ago. No! No! He can't be! Madam. I'm late. This time I couldn't save him. What do you mean, this time? I discovered my husband's addiction to this hellish drug they call opium months ago. At first I thought he was sick, as I saw him grow thinner every day. Then I discovered he was visiting this place. I was very worried. I tried to dissuade him, but he wouldn't listen. The addiction was stronger than he was. At times he was away for days. I would come here and find him passed out. The only way I could wake him was to put these smelling salts on his nose. Now, it's too late. Here, take the vial. Maybe you'll be in time to save another soul from this curse. Thanks. The musician is intoxicated with drug smoke that fills the air. The repeated arrangement gives the sensation that time flows slowly. Sorry, I had a cough. A woman looking at the roof with her eyes going white. She's mumbling some ramblings. Short-haired woman spoken without worry. Hello, I'm looking for a man who I believe frequents this establishment. A war veteran from the south of Africa called Skid. He is writing on a slate. Can you understand what I'm saying? He has written can't hear, so I suppose I should communicate with him by writing on the slate. Looking for Captain Skid. Don't know. He doesn't know the captain's name then. Man is curled up under the blanket, trembling. This young couple seems to have come together to enjoy this despicable vice. Door is locked. So a door is locked. How may I get in? So he doesn't know Captain Skid, but does he know anything? Smelling salts to save someone under this stuff spell. Oh. Let me try giving him the photo. Maybe he knows him by a different name. There we go. He has written something else. Object of value? What does he mean by that? This? The pendant? There we go. Thank you. A table with several opium pipes on top. Some of them have been used recently. A Chinese screen with floral ornament. He is absolutely passed out. It is Captain Skid, no doubt. He is unconscious but still breathes. Wake up. Hello. Good morning. What's the matter? Who let you in? Get out. My name is Wakefield. I need to talk to you. Um, are you Captain Skid? Are you Captain Skid, Her Majesty's 6th Light Infantry? That title belongs to me no more. Who are you? And what do you want from me? Leave me alone with my misery. One of your soldiers told me about you. A soldier that used to serve under your command told me I might find you here. William Conhill. Yes, I remember him. We served together. I have made many mistakes trying to forget those years of my life, and now I'm afraid those memories are following me to my grave. Okay. I was looking for information about a man called Alexandre DuPre. I used to know a DuPre. He was not a man, but a fiend. What do you want with someone like him? There are certain secrets that are better left undisturbed. Someone has disappeared. A patient of mine has disappeared. Alexander is the only one who may know his whereabouts. If it's true that DuPre is involved in your patient's disappearance, then I'm afraid the matter is out of my reach. Yours too. Now, please, leave me alone. Have you ever heard the name Jeremiah David? I must find him. David? No, I have not. I found your medal. It was in the house on Post Street, door 6. You were there, right? You think you know what you are doing, but you cannot imagine what you are getting into. I'm asking you for the last time. Leave and forget this matter. I will not leave until I find the answers I'm seeking. Tell me what I want to know. You fool. That's for the devil's sake. Alright, if you want to ruin your life, you're free to do it. Okay. How did you meet him? How did you meet Alexandre DuPre? I was in the Veterans Hospital recovering from an illness unknown to the physician, an ailment of the soul. DuPre managed to contact me there. He wanted to know my version of the story, right? I think that's what he said. What had happened to me in the Battle of Majuba Hill. Okay, what actually happened? What really happened on Majuba Hill? Sergeant Conhill told me the story, but his details were confusing. I will never be able to forget that day when nobody knew what really happened. Command decided that we must have been ambushed. Now I know better. There was something in that fog. Something that did not like us entering its domain. A sentinel of some sort. That thing is what killed my soldiers. Okay. Do you know why he's interested in your story? Do you know why he was so interested in your story? I did not know immediately, but with time I realized the truth about what happened to me was important to his activities, as was I myself. There is. But if you think he tricked me, you cannot be more wrong. I want to enter the dragon's mouth. I burned with a need to know. Tell me about 26 Ball Street. Inside the house, I saw a machine still operating. What was it? A machine? I do not know what you're talking about. That is one of many places used as a base for Alexander's activities. The only one whose location I was allowed to know. What do you mean activities? What was Mr. DuPre doing? You really do not know, do you? Have you ever heard of the Playwright? Yeah. Sort of. Yes, I heard it mentioned before. What is it? As I imagine, you know nothing. DuPre is not alone. He is but the peak of a pyramid, a vast group in which powerful people take part. A society acting in secret, ruled by a single sacred law. See that no one knows. I was part of it. DuPre himself recommended me. We gathered every month. What we saw, you cannot imagine. A curtain of normalcy protects the mind from something, an outer something. The fog of the veil protected us. But through the veil we could peek out into the abyss. We can know of the unspeakable shapes that writhe beyond a black nothingness entirely full of horrors. We can never cross the threshold, but what we saw was forbidden. Look at me. Forbidden. I cannot bear it anymore, so I ran. I ran and I hid from it. It was too late to run or to forget. I must go back to East Hill and try to talk to Miss Connie. If what the captain said is true, she must have been one of them. She could know where to find them. What would he say to the mask? This seems to be important. Okay. So he probably know nothing else about that mask. Oh. Uh-oh. I cannot do this anymore. I don't care. I just want us to be together. You know it's too hard. I don't feel free. I know, dear. I know. We'll figure it out. How are you home so early? I knew all along. How could you? You know you never loved each other. Silence. You have no honor. And you, what do you have to say? Why? I've given you everything. You wouldn't understand. Enough. You'll leave in the morning. I won't see you ever again. I'll wait for you at dawn under the old windmill, so you can try to recover what little honor you once had. I'll be there. What is going on? Oh, what the fuck? How do we get back here? I must have fainted. What is this? What am I? These people gotta stop waking up in weird places and not knowing what's going on. Alright, I'll be right back. I need to check my food again. I would swear I saw a pair of feet in there. Who is there? We have met before. I cannot see you. Who are you? Do you not recognize my voice? No, I'm sorry, I do not. Do you know what this place is? It is the starting point, the first place to look. But who are you? What are you doing there? Remember this. I will not be here forever. Darkness will light your way. Stay out of the light. Then I will disappear and you'll be alone in the end. I don't understand. Tell me who you are. I can hear breathing behind the wall. The blanket is now ruined. I must take it with me. Can I open the door now, maybe? Nope. Let's try cracking open that window so I can climb out. Boom. Oh, the darkness. Right. Oh, whoa. I did not see that coming. That's interesting. It's David. David? Is that you? David! Boy, stop being complicated. Oh no. Oh! Tell me, why are you doing this? Is it because you care about your patients? Or out of scientific curiosity? Is it for your pride? Because it is your professional responsibility? Or is it because it is the right thing to do? I don't know. Why are you doing this? No! No! David! It's alright, mein lieb Freund. Mein lieb Freund. How are you feeling? So they are German. I feel dizzy. What happened? Where are we? I am at my house. I went to East Hill to meet you and find you inside one of the cells. Unconscious, your clothes stenching of opium smoke. I have brought you here. You've been out for a day and a half. I think it's coming back to me. I was at one of those opium dens. I might have passed out after breathing that dense smoke. Listen, I must tell you, my investigation unearthed a great deal of new information. Alexander was indeed institutionalized in East Hill, but his files were missing. I managed to track down a man who knew him. He told me a story who you would not believe, and there was this woman, a patient at the hospital. She was completely out of her mind. She attacked me. What is happening to these people, Kaufman? How is this Alexander related to Mr. David? I think this patient, Miss Coney, might know how to find Alexander. We must go back there and talk to her, whatever it takes. I am afraid that will not be possible. What do you mean? Frau Coney is no longer at East Hill. She escaped last night. God almighty. Do not worry, my friend. I think I may know where she is hiding. Get ready. We must leave promptly. I'm trying to make it so that his accent is not as strong. If that makes sense. I don't know why I just think about it like that. Okay, so Frau Connie has escaped the hospital. They are coming. They are letting him in. Now that the door has been opened, they are coming. That's what the woman at the beginning of the game said. So that's Connie. Oh! Complete the first episode. They are coming. The Playwright was created thanks to generous support of players who participated in the crowdfunding campaign. The adventure continues. That actually was very helpful. I must forget nothing. Everything must be set. When the time comes, and I am visited again, I do that pattern, I guess, every episode. I like this play. I need to check my food anyway. For a moment, the sky was dark. I heard the calls of 1,000 birds, but another sound rose above them, a sound I cannot describe. What? What just happened here? Where is Miss Connie? We're too late. It is ashes. The windows are covered with wooden planks. Is as if she were trying to keep someone from entering, or something from getting out. Chalk, a circle drawn hastily on the floor. She thought it could prevent what she knew was about to happen, but she was wrong. I do not know what to make of all this. I do. You do? How? Are you alright, Kaufman? It's nothing, mein Frau. Or mein Freund. Freund? Because Frau is F-R-A-U. Frau, so it's probably Freund. Freund? I want to make sure I pronounce this right. Let me see. Friend in German.
Freund.
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 Friend. It's kind of like friend, but it's a little different.
Freund.
Friend. Mein Freund. Just a bit of a cold. Now, my friend, I think we should talk. In the light of the events we have recently witnessed, the matter cannot be delayed any further. We must make an important decision. It is not yet too late to go back to our daily lives. If you not want to continue, we must forget all about your patient Jeremiah David. You will have to keep to yourself everything you have learned about the mystery of his disappearance, and never talk about it again. But should you wish to continue the search, you will need to accept the consequences, whatever they may be. Please do not take this decision lightly. The path ahead is not without peril. You know my answer already, Kaufman. You must know what happened to David. So be it then. As you may have already realized, this matter involving a patient transcends the limits of psychiatry as we know it. We are not dealing with the effects of trauma or the demons of the subconscious, at least in the terms we are used to. We are dealing with something old, something dark, a sinister truth that has been buried deep for generations. This man, Alexandre DuPre, and his organization, I think they seek to uncover these secrets, and I fear they might have already. Miss Connie's fate, whatever it was, must be related somehow, but my knowledge of this area is simply not sufficient. We must pay a visit to an old friend, someone I never thought I would want to see again. The man who introduced me to the extended science field of the occult. My mentor, Professor Adam Wright. So we're going to an Adam Wright, alright? Episode 2. My dearest friend, or my dearest visitor. Wow, I can't read. Wickport. The Right Manor. Ooh, it's nice. I doubt he is away at this time of day. Perhaps he cannot hear us from the front. Let us try the back door. Miss Oakwood, she is the manor's housekeeper. Yes, who is it? Good morning, Miss Oakwood. Don't you remember me? Why, Dr. Kaufman. Bless my soul, it's been so long I hardly recognize you. How nice to see you again. Allow me to introduce my colleague, Dr. John Wakefield. Is the professor home? Is the professor at home? We would like to see him. Why, yes, doctor, of course. I'm quite forgetting myself. Let me take you to him. It is really good of you to come. He receives so few visitors these days, on account of his condition. His condition? Oh, sir, I'm right sorry. I thought you knew. The professor, he suffers from an ailment afflicting his brain. He is now entirely confined to his bed. That's rough, buddy. Professor Wright, you have visitors. One of them is your old friend. Look, do you recognize him? It is Johann, Professor, your old pupil. I reckon he does remember you, Johann. It has been a long time since I have seen him so excited. I will lead you to talk to the professor. It may be difficult to keep him on one subject for long, but it does make him such a world of good to speak with old friends. Should you need my assistance, I'll be in the backyard. Thank you, Frau Awkward. Professor. What will make sense for this guy? Uncle James, you're back. It is I, Professor, Johann Kaufmann. Where is father? Where has he been? Or where has he been taken? He suffers some kind of memory loss. Okay, that's Irish. Wrong. Yes, I'm afraid he will not tell us much in the state. If we could but stimulate his memories, maybe then he could tell us of his research, something to unravel the mystery of the Playwright. Perhaps we have few other options in any case. Let us try. Why don't you explore the matter? There may be some object we can use to jog the professor's memory. May I ask you something, Miss Oakwood? Of course, Doctor. How did the professor become affected? How did the professor become afflicted? The ailment runs in his family. Mr. Wright suffers from it, as did his father and grandmother before him. It is truly a terrible thing, and to think all these years Mr. Wright knew what would come of him. May God have pity on his poor soul. What are the symptoms? Wait, no, I wasn't done yet. This ailment that runs in Professor Wright's family. Do you know what its symptoms are? Well, I can't speak those very long words physicians use, but I can tell you what I see in him. Professor Wright hardly remembers a thing from the last 40 years. It is like he is a child again, but God's mercy has now gone so far that it torments him no longer. So he can't remember, anything. A tiny soldier looks to have been painted by hand. It commemorates some military campaign that I have not heard of. Could it hold some special significance to Professor Wright? Perhaps it will help stimulate his memories. A painting of the eclipse for his region. The fire burns fiercely, rendering the air thick and heavy in the room. A globe. The surface is extraordinarily detailed. Judging by the strange shape of the continents, this must derive from a fictional work or some prehistoric era. Wait, go back. It's locked. I can hear the racket of many birds on the other side. I think I gotta stop talking. My throat's starting to get all rough. Let's see. We've been playing for an hour and a half now anyway. I think I should call it there actually. So there's something you have to do with this. I'll probably go ahead and bring that up to Wright, Professor Wright, next time. Just to see if this will show, like, make him think of something. But that'll be for next time. Alright, so we are now in chapter 2 of season 3, where we're trying to figure out and uncover a little bit more about this strange cult Wright was a part of, or more like Alexander was a part of, started it and seemingly caused some trouble within for his other members, because now one of them is missing and then another one, or more like, it seems like every time he tries to recruit someone, something goes terribly wrong, because we saw it with Captain Skid and with Devitt. So something's definitely wrong with this organization, particularly when it comes to Alexander. But we want to discover more about that next time. Alright, so I said that is it for today. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye.